Hey everybody, Frank from 5 AM Ramen here, and I am in Saitama Prefecture. Saitama is north of Tokyo, and like anywhere across the country, they've got a lot of fantastic ramen. Saitama is a big prefecture too. It does help to get around in a car, and that's what I'm doing right now for some of these amazing Saitama bowls. Couple I still wanted to cross off the list. We are now in the Bunga Mobile. Can I call it the Bunga Mobile, Bunga?
Yes, you can.
Bunga was kind enough to drive us around Saitama. I think we're gonna hit maybe 2 to 3 ramen shops, cross off the list.
Oh yeah, lots of ramen today. Driving to ramen places.
Indeed.
Adventure.
And the adventure, but I think that's also going to make it challenging because we're not walking from place to place. It's going to add up. Yeah, that's the only thing. But we'll make do, I'm sure. And we're starting in Ageo, or more specifically Kita Ageo, which is in Saitama, of course, where we are now, and at a place called Yoshikawa that's known for niboshi ramen. I've actually been to the other 2 Yoshikawa branches, but not to this Ageo one. They actually serve similar ramen at the other branches, but the ramen collector in me wants to cross this one off the list too. You've been here before, right?
I've been here before.
Yeah.
I can't remember what I had. I think I had just the special.
Okay.
The house gente.
Both of us are looking a little scruffy, I think.
Scruffy men.
Scruffy men, ready to dive into some scruffy ramen. Anyways, let's get
Scruffy
started.
ramen.
Yeah. Alrighty, let's do it. Okay, we just finished our bowls at Yoshikawa here in Ageo. I would say fantastic. How about you, Bunga?
I would say broke them out delicious.
Broke them out delicious? Exactly. I don't say it quite with your pizzazz, I think, but gotta work on that. I think both of us have had their signature niboshi ramen with white soy sauce. Amazing bowl. Whatever Yoshikawa touches turns to gold. They are just so good at preparing their ramen. That shows up in the presentation, of course, the flavor. And we got to that ticket machine with a big line behind us, right? And we're kind of like, okay, what do we get? I was kind of looking for something that maybe only Ageo had served, right? But I couldn't really find it, and we ended up getting to something maybe not just that Ageo serves, but something that they're only serving now. 2 gente or limited time ramen. Yours was a buri or yellowtail based soup. Mine was a anko or anglerfish based soup. 2 very different bowls, but both were delicious. What did you think of the yellowtail or buri ramen?
I was actually quite surprised the way that it all came together because I've had niboshi ramen before, but the flavor here was just really, how do you say, delicate, savory, wonderful.
I think delicate is a great way to describe it, right? The way they kind of harness that niboshi, and in this case, not sardines, but buri or yellowtail niboshi, you get some of that bitterness, but still, it's so delicate, as you said, right? It's just amazing way that they do that. Mine was quite different. You had a sip of that as well, where Bunga's ramen was a little bit bitter from the dried fish. Mine was much more rich and also, let's say, smooth tasting. The soup was thicker, richer, and more of a smooth flavor. Very different from yours. I don't know about you, but I feel like I haven't had anglerfish or anko before. Have you?
No, not like that.
It's that really ugly fish, so it's funny, showing up in the bowl, but it was delicious. If we talk about toppings, in your ramen, for example, there was sashimi, right? Which was great, yellowtail sashimi, yeah?
Yeah, the way the sashimi was just with the soup, when I tasted it, I was like, oh my gosh, just like melted in my mouth. I was like, wow, the flavor just. I
didn't have some of that sashimi. Hearing you describe it, I wish I did. Branching off that, getting back to my bowl, they had anglerfish pieces, both fried, with a breaded crust around it, which in texture and flavor were kind of liver-like almost, but much richer, almost very buttery. Also melt in your mouth like the sashimi, but in a more cooked way. But fantastic. I guess what I'm saying is that I think the way that they use both the yellowtail and the anglerfish, not just in the soup, but showcasing those ingredients as toppings too, right? It's excellent execution, yeah?
Yeah, that's interesting you point that out, right? It's not just in the soup, it's also in the topping too.
And to round things out, we had their signature thinner noodles that are very chewy, even after we take videos, still maintaining that chewiness.
Yeah.
That's what they're known for, and I think overall, we would expect nothing less from Yoshikawa, right? Just excellent execution, excellent flavors. Oh, ticks all the boxes.
Yes, amazing bowl of ramen, definitely.
Oh boy, we are definitely in a ramen coma.
Sleepy ramen coma ice.
Jeez, that was a big bowl in terms of noodles, a lot of noodles,
Yes,
right?
super thick, fat, chunky noodles. I've never had anything like that before. That was my first time.
Yeah, even for skemen though, those are on the thicker side. They are so hefty when you pick them up, right? You can just feel the weight like you're working out or something.
Oh, I know. You can put them on dumbbells, right?
Seriously, like little skemen bicep curls. Honestly, that's how thick they are.
Chopsticks.
With chopsticks.
1, 2.
And those dumbbells are going into our stomach, so it was a lot to eat. Oh my god. So this place, the owner trained at Rokurinsha, famous Tokyo skemen shop, and I think the Rokurinsha style of skemen was very apparent here. It's that rich soup that is a combination, in this case, of pork bones and fish, you know, those two sort of colliding to give you different umami profiles, if you will. I thought it was a solid bowl. You had some of that sweetness, you had some of that saltiness, but it wasn't as fishy, I think, as some other skemen in this style could be, right? You got a little bit of fish.
I didn't notice too much of the fish.
Right?
Most of the pork flavor.
Yeah, pork flavor, very smooth though, right? Didn't have that graininess that you sometimes get with this style with the fish there on top. Overall, pretty gentle, I'd say.
I would say for me, the standout was on mine because I had that spicy chili paste. For me, it had like the spicy chili taste on top was really, really tasty. It had like that citrus taste, but there's like a hint of numbing pepper in the back. And then of course that seaweed flavor with the crunch of the sesame seeds on there. And I think just that mixed with the noodles alone, to me that was really, really tasty.
So you didn't even need the soup maybe. That in itself was good.
Could have just had the paste in the noodles because the noodles are just so thick. But actually that on the noodles and then dipping that into the broth, I think that really, really brought the flavor out for me.
I kind of regret not getting that after hearing your description there.
Oh man.
I know.
Like
No, it was funny because like their ticket machine, it was written in a very traditional calligraphy Japanese kind of way, right? And then on in this case, the very right, you know, they were pushing for that one with the spicy chili paste that you mentioned, right? And I went one to the left of that, which was the egg. But maybe, yeah, chili paste is the way to go from what you described.
Overall, a super tasty bowl of
Yes,
skemen.
absolutely. We are much heavier than when we entered that place, my God. And even for skemen, which start out at normally 200 grams of noodles before being boiled, I feel like that was 250. Or it was just 200 with super thick noodles, and that's why it feels like 300. Insane. That's the normal portion too.
For me, I felt like it was a lot. I was like, that's normal? That was like a lot.
One last thing about the condiments on the table, you know, you do have togarashi spice. There was also sansho. I think there was yuzu. So even if you don't get the chili paste, my saving grace was I think I used some of those to change up the flavor. Because yeah, I was like, okay, I want to change things up. Yeah, toppings ticked all the boxes. A lot of negi in the soup, similar to places you see. Of course, like Rokurinsha, some other places like Tomita, and nice fatty pork in the soup as well.
I thought there was one slice, but then when I dug deeper, I was like, oh, there's two, and they're like really, really kind of like fat and chunky. I was just like, okay, I like that.
But overall, as you said, great bowl. Let's take a nap or a break or something now.
I know, I'm ready.
Oh my
Ramen
God.
food coma. Here we go.
Ramen round 3, and I am feeling full. How about you, Bunga?
KO. I'm like almost out, ready for like a nap.
Well, we better get something for the road if you're gonna be driving. Indie ramen, solid quality bowl of ramen. What did you think? We got two different ones. I got the standard indie ramen, as they call it, which was basically tonkotsu shoyu, pork bones that have been boiled for 10 hours. You get that richness. It's almost kind of reminded me of like a Thanksgiving gravy almost in terms of its thickness, its consistency, and even the flavor, even though it was pork and not, say, turkey. Outside of that, I think yours, the change-up was the mayo or the garlic oil. How did you like yours?
For me, the mayo was really good, but what I really liked was the pork. I like that fat, chunky slab of pork, and that was really, really good.
So pork in, pork out.
Pork in, pork out with that touch of black garlic.
I agree with you on the pork. It was very fatty, very indulgent, but nice with that smokiness too, right?
Like I said, it was a great contrast. It went really well with everything. Slightly charred on the outside too, just slightly.
Which maybe went nicely with the mayo as a result.
Yeah, that just went really good. I just thought it was a great flavor combination.
Yeah, cute little place. We had it to ourselves too, right? They were just about to close up, but we rushed to get there. I was like, "Mada yattemasu ka?" Which is basically, "Are you still open?" And he's like, "Giri giri." And we're like, "Okay, we we better order. Giri giri basically means, oh, you know, it's kind of like in between. It's like you just made it, if you will. So yeah, we just made the order. We're safe, exactly. Glad we could complete the hat trick. Did 3 here in Saitama as a result.
Amazing. Crazy but fun. Filling day of ramen. Yes.
Absolutely. We sacrifice our bodies so you don't have to. Yeah, great day here in Saitama. Thanks for driving us around Bunga in the Bunga Mobile. And yeah, as you said, a very fulfilling and filling day, I think, here, ramen-wise. Thanks for joining.
I'm feeling full.
Oh my God, me too. Get some Red Bull or something for the road. Thanks for joining, everyone. Check out Bunga's channel. And Frank from 5AM Ramen signing out.
Peace.
Peace. Fantastic. I love they have their own vending machine.
Garlicky flavor.
We are, sorry, my arm is so tired. That's why I was doing that. Yeah, my arm is falling asleep. Sorry, my arm is just getting so tired.